Hello, guys, it's Letty. We are gonna do a review of the movie Straw. I just saw it last night, and it's really, I, I'm still in shock. I am really still in shock. Let me say this up front before I start this um, this review. There's no way to talk about this movie without spoiling it. So I'm gonna actually put it in my. I'll make sure I put it in the titles when I edit this video. But I'm letting you know now. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. If you have not seen Straw, please go watch it and then come back and look at the video, and because I do not want to spoil it for you. But this movie, in order for me to really give a accurate accounting of my opinion on it, I have to spoil it. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna start out just giving the synopsis. If you've seen the review, the preview, you've probably already figured this out. A single mom is just at the brink of, you know, just at the edge of her, at the end of her straw, basically, end of her rope, and she's been struggling so long, and she's trying to raise a kid, and she's just had the day from hell, and it's just a series of events that occur, and she is ends up in a bank holding it up. She was just trying to cash her check. So that's basically the plot line. Now, Tyler Perry. First of all, let me just say what I think of the movie. I thought it was extraordinary. I wasn't not expecting that that scenario. People have been very critical of him. He talks about single moms, and he focuses on this and Medea, and that's what he does. That's what he does. You can also make the argument that I remember back in the early '90s, there was a series of like gangster movies coming out, and everybody was doing one. It was, and honestly, I wanted to see something different than that at that time. So it's every generation has criticisms of directors, especially black directors. You have the hood videos that just was one after the other. It's so many of them, and it was like early '90s, and I personally was just like, I'm ready for something different. Then Spike Lee's been criticized about his movies. They're very political. They're very this. They're very that. Um, and we just, and then now it's Tyler Perry. And this is his this is what he wants to focus on. Now, I'm not in love with all of his movies, and I do think that, um, I think he's a great director. I think that sometimes he does get a little repetitive, but this movie, I'm glad I watched it for myself, because sometimes when you don't watch movies for yourself and you go by other people's opinions and reviews, it can be, a little bit biased. So you go in there with kind of like a biased opinion. So I like to watch movies actually before I see video reviews. I thought this movie was extraordinary. Tyler Perry has made some great movies. I'm actually going to do a video of all the Tyler Perry movies that I think he has really the best movies of his. But that's another video. This movie is about a person that has had a psychological breakdown. And guys, mental health is no joke. Mental health is something to be definitely taken seriously. Some of us have gone through mental health issues. We've had family members that have gone through mental health issues. And it is nothing to take lightly. It is something that is a very serious matter. This deals with it on a catastrophic level. Um, she basically is trying to cope with the death of her daughter. We find out later in this movie by imagining she's still here. That is a very real phenomenon. There are a lot of people out here struggling with mental health. There are some people that are struggling with mental health that haven't been diagnosed. And, so we have to, I just think there's been a lot of movies on mental health, but this one is definitely one of the top ones. Mental health it's a science. It is something that is should be very well respected. And I have the utmost respect for psychologists and all these people that work in this field because it is not easy. And I just thought this was brilliant. This movie is one of his top movies that I have seen. I applaud Tyler Perry for this. This movie is, and the three actresses, everybody did a good performance, but the three main actresses, Taraji P. Henson, Tarana, I think her name is Tiara Taylor. I know I'm butchering her name, and let me see. I'm sorry, Sherry Shepherd. Oh God, my mind. Sorry guys, my mind is gone. They give Oscar-winning performances, in my opinion. They were awesome. This woman, your heart is just bleeding for her. And being that I have lived life as a single mom for a little part of my life, for about 8 years of my life, I know how hard that is. I know how frustrated it is to have only so much, and you're trying to feed your child, and you're trying to feed yourself and your child, and you only have so much to work with. Now, I never had it this hard, but it was a struggle. I am not gonna lie to you. And so I've walked in these shoes, and it can be very, very frustrating. But I think this movie is amazing. It's great. It was so nice. And on a final note, it was just so lovely to see Sinbad back. I'm so happy for him. So happy I was heartbroken to hear that he had had a stroke. He's on the way to recuperate. He's back in front of the camera, and I was just so happy to see him. Such a pleasant surprise. I have gone to his comedy shows. He came here to Chicago, and actually that same night his father passed. It was just crazy because he was performing at the Chicago Theater downtown, and he was hilarious. He had us. We were begging for an encore, and they called him to the back, and that was the same exact day that they announced that his dad had passed away. So, my heart went out to him then, and it definitely goes out to him now. I'm so happy to see him, and, God bless him. So, anyway, guys, that's all I have to say about Straw, the movie. It is amazing. It is great. It is such a testament to the severity and how quick we can go into that alternate reality. We can have a mental break. Nobody is immune to you get something, you go through a devastating experience. No one is immune to a mental breakdown. It can happen to any of us. And my heart definitely goes out to people that are going through this, that have been diagnosed. And this movie is just the most, the closest representation of having a mental break and what that actually means. So that's my review of Tyler Perry's Straw movie. Like, comment, and subscribe, and take care. Be blessed.